Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright guys, check it out. Behind me I got a 2011 GMC Acadia. And we're... Huh?
There's no R. Acadia.
Why are you correcting me? Arcadia. It's Arcadia.
There's no R.
Acadia. Acadia. Okay? Good? We're good? We're good, Sivi?
Yeah.
Alright guys, and today we are going to show you how to replace the radiator fan assembly. Coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, first thing is first. Now, you might not have to do this, but we got to do this. This driveway is on an incline. So we need to make sure this vehicle does not roll forward, because we'll be jacking up the front. I got my wheel chocks in the back, and what you want to do is come inside the car, and here's your emergency brakes. You want to push that down and lock that into place. But just don't solely depend on that. Get a brick or something, a piece of wood, and block those and put it in the front of those rear tires. All right, now that we got that, let's get this job done. We'll be right back. All right, guys, the first thing we're going to do is get you a body panel pry bar tool right here, just like this. You can get plastic ones from Harbor Freight as well. Get a nice little set. All right, now first what we're going to do is remove this this big panel all the way around. And it's held on by a lot of clips. And what you want to do, let's get one that you can see. The center part of the clip will pop out. So first you got to do is just get up under there, pop the center piece out, and then pop everything out, just like that. Now you're going to have some that's insert down into there. So those you just gotta, you can use a screwdriver or something. This thing sucks. Matter of fact, let's get a screwdriver, because on these clips, it has a little section that has a little opening in it, where you can get something under there and pick it up. Now what you can try to do is take the corner and try to get it up under there. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, I got it. And once you get that center one up, you can actually take the clip, take the whole panel, and pick it up and get it out like that. All right, let's go around and get the, not this one, but go around and you're gonna see the rest of them. Let's get those out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got all the clips out. You're going to have 6 of them all together. Now, guys, this is what I'm going to teach you about the party line. This is in case when you do jobs like this, you don't have to worry about having a big pile of parts and things and you don't know how they go back together. So this is what I call the party line, guys. You take this part off. This is the first part we took off, the whole panel. You bring it over here to the side. You lay this down with the clips. Now, as we take off parts, we put it in the line. So when you go to put this job back together, you just start from the end of the line and work your way back. That way you can have this job down for months. I don't know why you have it down for months, but anyway, down for months, and you know exactly where everything goes back together.
You know.
That's right. So this is the party line. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing you want to do, you want to get your T20 Torx bit. I'm using my cordless impact. You're going to have 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 screws. Take your T20 bit and take those screws out. All screws are the same, so you don't have to worry about getting them mixed up. All right, let's get those out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, you got all the screws out. The front part of your bumper is going to be loose. Don't be pulling on it or you're in a world of trouble. The next thing you want to do, guys, is up under the vehicle, you're going to have the metal frame, part of the chassis, the A-frame, the cradle, engine cradle. This whole ball right here. You want to go right to the center of that. Take your hydraulic jack, take it right in the center, and we're going to jack this front of the vehicle up and get it up on jack stands. All right, be right back. All right, guys, we got the car jacked up and got it up on jack stands. Can they see the jack stands?
Oh. Yeah.
All right, now, guys, this is not supposed to be what I'm seeing up under here. Now, what you're supposed to have is, let's go to this side right here. You're supposed to have 2 T20 screws. One.
Oh, wait a minute. Where are you?
Right here.
Hold on. Maybe I'm too close. Okay, I got you.
1, 2, and then a 10mm bolt. That's what you're supposed to have. Somebody must have took this apart, because if you look over here on the other side, ouch.
What happened?
You can see there's the 10mm bolt, but then there's a 10mm bolt, and this one looks like a 12 or something. Yeah, those are not supposed to be here. So your side, man, we got to get those off. First of all, we're going to have a 10mm deep, 1/4" drive with my 1/4" drive impact. Take off that bolt and this 10mm bolt. And then you're going to switch up to your T20 socket. And then you're supposed to take off these 2 screws right here. You might have to get an extension on that or something. Yeah, you're gonna have to get an extension. Let me get an extension and I'll be right back. All right, guys, you can see I got me a 6-inch extension, so I can go up here. Get those 2 screws out. All right, so let's get those 2 screws out and get those 2 bolts that was not supposed to be there. Get that out on the other side. All right, be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take off our tires. Now, guys, you don't have to take off your tire. What you can do is just keep turning the wheel all the way to the right to work on this side, and all the way to the left to work on the other side. But we're gonna do this so you can get a better shot, because there's 3 7mm bolts that's very important that you got to get to. All right, but if you're gonna go ahead and take off your tires, you're going to be using a 22mm socket. I'm using a 22mm shallow, 1/2" drive, and my Harbor Freight. So let's get the tires off and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got the tire off. Now, next thing you're gonna do, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 T20. The T20, you're gonna be T20 all over the place. T20 screws. So you go ahead and get your T20 with your cordless. Take all those screws out. Now this thing goes all the way around here. There's no screws up here, but there are screws right here. But you just stop at these screws right there. All right, let's get these screws out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're on the other side. We got the screws out. This panel is gonna move now. See that? Yeah, buddy. Now, this little thing, this little clip right here, you gotta pop these. There's about, just take it and pop it out. And if you can see right here, got the 3 clips. This one is not a clip, this is just a guide. You don't gotta pop it out anymore. Just keep it just like, you can pop it out a little bit more, just like that. Now, this is the part where I don't know how we're gonna be able to show you guys without me taking this down a little bit more. Let's back this up right here. You know what? Let me get a light, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. The next thing we're gonna do, right along here, there is 3 7mm bolts that we have to get to. Now you're gonna be using your 7mm deep, 1/4" drive, and a 1/4" drive ratchet. Now let's get a mirror in here and try to get this set up.
Okay. Okay, 1. 2. Oh, where's the 3rd? Almost got it, almost got it. There's the 3rd.
Okay, on each side, guys. So do exactly what I did. Put this thing to the back like that. Get your 7mm, and actually, guys, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. You know what I'm gonna use, guys? Where's my? I'm gonna use my impact with a 6-inch wobble extension, 1/4-inch drive wobble extension, my 7mm. I'm gonna see if I can get into it like that. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to see it. Oh yeah. There's one. There's dirt flying all over the place. There's number 2. And number 3. Oh, at least number 3 is easy. Number 3 is right here at the edge. And number 3. Alright? Alright, I'm gonna go to the other side, get the other 3, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, got my last screw out on this side, and I just noticed the one here at the edge, it's got a bigger washer than the other 2. Just noticed that. Now, what you're gonna do, guys, is inside there, you're gonna have your fog light, because we're gonna have to unplug that. So, see, I unplugged it real quick. What you're gonna do is this little latch right here. You're gonna squeeze that latch into the connector and then pull it out. All right, lean that down to the side. All right, let's go to the other side done, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are now ready to remove this bumper. So what you're gonna do, just make sure this is out. Take your bumper. Just notice how the thing just come right out of there. Walk around, get the whole thing off. Oops. And it's pretty light, guys. You ain't got to worry about nothing. It's pretty light. All right. Take your bumper. Bring it over. Set it right down into your party line. And what you want to do is try to set it up. Set it up like this, guys. So you don't want to scar up the front. And then you're going to have these clips that came out of here. And these are the ones where it went onto the top. Now, actually, guys, what you can do, let me see, this side goes right here. Let's flip this side up. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Let's go back to the other side. Okay, let's go right here. So we could have actually just tugged on this thing and pulled those right out of there. You know what? No, we couldn't have, because this bolt would have had to came out. So we just got to remove that one bolt, guys. That one right there. And these 2 would stay up in there. So actually, we can take these and put these back in there with the 2 bolts. You know what? Let's go over here. Grab us those 2 bolts. That was different. It went right up in here. That. You can better on this side right here, civvy. Alright, so let's get our bolt into there. I guess either way you want to do it, guys. This way, I know, because the way you're supposed to do it is tug on it. But at least that way, doing that, we didn't break nothing. So now we can put these in and just snap it right back into place. So I'm going to put the other side back in, and then we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, now we're ready to take off this support bar right here. This support bar is held on by 6 10mm bolts. And what I'm going to be using is a 10mm 3/8 drive socket with the 3/8 drive socket with my 3/8 drive ratchet. Because now up here you can use your impact because they're right out in the open. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the ones down here, the headlight is in the way and you won't be able to get your impact in there. So you got to go ahead and use your ratchet. So let's take all 6 out. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our last bolt. And all 6 bolts are the same length. So you don't have to worry about getting them confused. And we take out the panel and bring it forward. And we set that in the party line. Along with the 6 bolts. We'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is remove our bumper support right here. Bumper support. Alright, you're going to need your little body pry bar tool again. You're going to have a clip right here. You got to get that, going in and get that center part up. Pop that up. And then the other one will come up. Could have actually left it in there. Okay. And then underneath here, you're going to have another one. Pop that piece out. And you're going to have the same thing on the other side to do those. Now over here you're going to have a wiring harness. I think it's a crash sensor, or I don't know what kind of sensor it is. Take your tool right here, stick it into there, pop that out, and then down here you're going to unplug it. There's a little latch right there. You're going to pick that latch. Let me put this down. You're going to pick this latch up just a little bit and then unplug it just like that. All right, let's get those other 2 clips out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, to take off our bumper support, it's going to be 10 bolts. You're going to have 4 15mm bolts on each side, and then you're going to have one 10mm. So you're going to get your cordless impact, go with a 15mm shallow, go around, 2, 3, 4. All bolts are the same size. Leave the 10 for last. So I'm going to go over this other side and I'm going to do the other 4 out, and then we're going to take out the 10mm. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got it up. Next thing you do, guys, you want to, well, this one we can take out. You can take that one out. Hold your bumper up. Go switch to the other side. Take this one out. Then you want to carefully remove your bumper support. Put this to the side, right in the party line, and you can see our party line is growing and everything looks nice and neat. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are getting down to the nitty gritty. Yeah, buddy. Next thing you want to do, guys, get you a nice empty pan for your antifreeze. Put it right over here because you're going to lose some antifreeze right about now. But before we get to that, on the top and on the bottom, you're going to have these little bitty clips. And I need you to zoom in on that, Civvy. Real good. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, guys, this centerpiece pops out. So what you got to do is take something real small, stick it right in between there, push. The centerpiece will come out.
Wait, what did you push on? I didn't see that.
See, I said
I am right at
put
the
this.
cause, and I still don't know what you pushed on.
Hey, go on this side because it's like turning a little bit.
Hold on, where am I? Right there.
All right. You see the little, it comes to a point right there.
Oh.
All right, and inside there, you got something small, and you're gonna just push on that tab, just like that. Got that? You got that, Civvy?
All right, we got it.
Take your needle nose, pull it out, and if you want, you can try to get the rest of that out. And the reason why I'm showing you the reason why we are showing you, me and you, are showing you this much in so much detail, because right up under the vehicle right, same area, there's another one just like that. So I need you to take that out because it's hard for us to get to that angle, and you can see it good like this one. So let's get that bottom one out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, as you can see, we got both of them. So we're gonna put this to the side, and now we're gonna start doing our upper radiator hose, because we're gonna be swinging this, and we don't need to pull on this, because especially this one, because it's plastic. So what you want to do, just twist this one back and forth. Got your pan up under there. Let that drain down. Then you want to get you some hose clamp pliers or some needle nose, whatever one you feel comfortable with.
You better be using those.
Let's squeeze that together. Dang it. Alright. Dang it.
You were about to say something about me, weren't you?
I sure was. So, got me doing
Why
this.
don't you use them right?
I am using them right.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. Ugh.
What's happening that they're not locking?
That thing is so small, I don't know. I'm gonna turn these things. No, it's because of that thing, it's not. Because you know I never had a problem with these.
No.
Oh man, come on.
Well, maybe it's because the hose is curved.
And you know what, guys, what I need to do, I'm gonna get my tar thing right here. Gotta push that clamp back. There we go. Slowly take that hose off. Now carefully take this hose off, because we're gonna have antifreeze coming out of there. There we go. Yeah, buddy. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do is remove. You know, guys, let's remove our hood latching assembly, and I'm gonna make this as easy as possible, because you want to try to keep the alignment into place, and it looks like it's gonna come out of alignment. And this one actually looked like, and you see this one, guys, it looks like this was actually the mark was there, but this whole bracket did go down some. You can tell even up here. So I'm not sure what the heck happened. Dang it. So I'm not sure how we're going to do that. But we got 3 10mm nuts. Take those out. Then carefully pull it back. If you want, just tuck it down right inside there, out of the way. And in cases, you know what, let's unplug it. Alright, over here, guys, you can see you got this wiring harness going down, and you got your connector right here. So actually we can pop this out of there. It's got that little clip right there. So let's take our needle nose, squeeze that in a little bit, and pop that. Dang it. Pop that out.
Really?
And then it don't drop. This is some bull, man. Get this. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, you got that out. Bring that clip around. Now, take that tab, squeeze it into the connector to release it, and then pull them apart. Then we can just take this and just lean it over to the side, just like that. Alright, next thing you're going to do, guys, take a 10mm deep 1/4" drive with your 1/4" drive impact or your ratchet, you're going to have a bolt right here that's holding on this bracket that's holding up to the radiator. Then pop it off. You want, put the bolt back in there and do the same thing to this one over here. All right, get that off. Let's get that off and we'll be right back. All right, guys, next thing you do right here, and this is off already. I don't know what the heck going on here. This is the plugs to your fans. So what you want to do is that tab right there, squeeze it down. Hey, that didn't feel like it was plugged in all the way, but I guess it was.
It did pop.
I don't think that was plugged. Yeah, I guess it was. No, heck no, that didn't feel like it was plugged in all the way. I think somebody got over on them. I don't know. Man, that was weird. All right, the next thing you're gonna do, guys, get you a definitely cordless ratchet. Cordless ratchet or 3/8 drive ratchet, and get a shallow 10mm socket 3/8 drive. You're gonna have two 10mm bolts. Your radiator can right now swing a little bit. You're gonna get your ratchet down to there. You're gonna have a bolt right here. Okay, and on the other side, get this hose out the way. Can you see that bolt in there?
You see nothing in the screen. All right, yeah.
Get that bolt right there. Now, you might have enough room to swing this forward and bring the fans out. I'm going to try to do this without having to go crazy. Gotta watch out for the transmission lines and everything else in this thing. Just have to keep going back and forth, and dang it, I see what I'm hitting on down there. Hitting on some lines, but can I come this way a little bit? All right, guys, let me show you what I'm hitting right down here. You got your transmission lines.
Hold on, let me get good lighting here. I got multiple lighting going on. Okay.
Going into this clip right here.
Okay.
And it'd be nice if we can just pops out, but it don't. So what I'm trying to do is lean more to this side to get past that. It's almost there. Did I get past it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. This is a work in progress. And your fans are out. Now you saw how complicated that was, guys? Let me show you something. If you want to make this a little easier for you, the bottom of your radiator has two posts that stick down into the grommet. If you want, you can carefully grab onto the whole assembly, pick it up off of those posts and try to bring it out some more, but we're good. We got it. We definitely got it. All right, guys, look at that, man. It's ridiculous how they design stuff like that. All right, we got our new radiator assembly here that the customer bought. So let's take this out of the box, match them up, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, got it uncovered. Let's turn this around. There we go. All right.
Oh, those are nicer. They got a little cover on them.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, buddy. Made in Taiwan. Yeah, buddy. Double yeah, buddy. All right, guys. Nice little clip up already clipped into place. Let's get this fan into place. We'll be right back. Alright guys, before we put the radiator in, you see these tabs right here? One right here and one right there. When you lower this radiator down, let's look over here. There's one right here that it's got to set inside of.
Okay.
And one over here. Now this one over here is right up under the transmission cooling line. So when you go down with the radiator, you got to make sure you go over to this side and then go up under there. All right. So let's get our radiator.
You mean fan?
Yeah, fan. And holding back. And start slowly lowering it down.
Careful with the lines.
Yep, be careful with the lines. You guys, take your time. I mean, it ain't no rush to be doing this.
How do you know? They might be in a rush.
Well, then you better not be, because this is not something you want to rush and do. All right, now right now, I got everything pulled over to this side. And if you look down in here, you can see that tab is all the way to the side. So now I'm gonna start lowering it down, and when I get right low enough, I can, now I'm under that cooling line, go over, and it can fit right inside there. And this side is already lined up. Perfect. That one's perfect. Look at that, guys. That went in there. That went in there a lot better than what it came out. All right, get your 10mm bolt over here. Just put it in by a couple threads. Then this one over here, put that in by a couple threads. Get your 10mm ratchet. Now, guys, I'm used to using these. If you're not used to using these, use a regular hand ratchet. I'm used to using this, and I know how to stop the ratchet. If you can control your ratchet like that, then you're good to go. Because what you want to do is tighten that up until you'll feel it, guys. But in case you're not used to that, get your 10mm ratchet. 10mm socket. Let's bring this in more. And what you want to do is go. Wait a minute. Yeah. Go till it stops and a little bit more. That is it, guys. Now, start backing up. Let's do the top one first, and then I'm gonna go and do the bottom one. You got your 4 little clips. Take one of the ones with the arrow on it. Now there's a slot right there, so it's not perfect. You could have tightened those up. Stick that in there till it pops in. Then take the center one, push that in till it stops, and that's it. Now while we're up here, just so we don't forget, let's take our fan and plug that up. And make sure that's plugged up, guys. Alright, now I'm going to go to the bottom and get this piece in, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, things are looking good. The next thing we're going to do, guys, is let's go over here. Let's get our upper radiator hose. While we got the bracket out of the way, let's get our hose on. And go through these hose pliers again. Man, bring our clamp up, and guys, sometimes I notice that these clamps start leaking if you don't put them back where they were, and I'm off just a little bit. For some reason, I have no idea why is it like that, but they tend to leak if you don't put them back. Now I'm gonna have a hard time. Right back where they were, just like that. Great. All right, let's take our upper hose right here, stick that on. We got that on. The next thing is take our 2 10mm bolts out that we put in earlier. Got the post right here to the radiator. Push that down. Get our bolt. Start it off by a couple threads. Then we go over here to the other side. Take that. Put that down. Bring that into place. Get your 10 millimeter on your impact and tighten both up. We'll be right back. All right, guys, it's looking good. Next thing we're gonna do is get our latching, hood latch assembly.
But that wasn't in the party line, so if I don't put it in the party line, how do I know when it goes back?
Or you just out of luck then, because you can't take it off. I mean, you could take it off and all, but this is something you just gotta remember. All right, first of all, let's plug this up. Just like that. Bring it around, and remember that little tab right there? It went around and went right inside that hole to lock into place. Okay, now let's get our latch, put it up here, and remember, oh, this latch was off. It wasn't where it used to supposed to be. For some reason, like maybe somebody took it off, and I don't know. It just wasn't where it was supposed to be. It was like right there, and it looks like it was supposed to be right there. Maybe it just fell down. So I'm gonna put it back to where I originally was, right there. And let's see if we can get this other one. Whoops. See if we can move this around and get it lined up. And then slowly bring them into place. Now you know what we can do, guys? Before we even continue, that whole thing is there. I want to bring this down. Yeah, that's perfect. I think I'll put it back. All right, I want to pop this, open the hood back up, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, now we hitting the party line. Next thing is the bumper support. Now, your bumper support, you can't mess up, guys. It's actually, right here, there's an R on it for right side, and over here is the left side. So, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to mess it up, guys. Just get your bolts. Let's bring it over. Now what you want to do is grab your two 10 millimeter bolts.
Why?
Because those are going to help you get this thing lined up. So let's 10 millimeter bolt right in there. It's going to help. It's going to hold that up in place. Then go over here and get your other 10 millimeter in place. And what you can do, guys, get your cordless impact, and you can see where the bolt was. So what you can do is just bring that in there. Just like that. Go to the other side. And I can see I got to bring this up just a little bit. Okay, now once you got those lined up perfectly, the others are gonna go right into place with no problem. You don't even have to worry about lining them up. As you can see, they're gonna line up right perfect. So let's get our 15 millimeter and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our 15 millimeter set up, and you watch it. Watch how they line up, guys. Can you see inside there, or is it better right here?
Well, I can, but not if your thing is there.
Oh, all right, let's go right here. This is better. You see the marking where the bolt used to be? Now that you got those 10 millimeters lined up, you put these in there, they're gonna line right up. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look how perfect that is, guys. Get that in there. Yeah, boy. All right, let's get all of them in, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, now get our little 4 little clips right here. Got our little baffles. That's all you do, just push that in there, push it down. Same way with the one down here. Push it in, and lock it in. Now we got the other side. Now don't forget this little crash sensor right here. See, make sure that goes around there. It goes into the clip right there, into place. And then down here, but you can go to the top of it better. You can see it right here.
Yeah.
And plug that up just like that. All right, let's get the other 2 sides done, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, next thing we got is this bracket right here. This big assembly goes right over between the headlights and all. Line up. All your 10mm bolts on this are the same size, so you want to put them in, start them in by a couple threads. Okay, over here. And then this one. Now remember, these down here we had to use a ratchet and a 10mm shallow 3/8 drive, but up here we can use our impact. So up here, let's get these tightened up. And guys, again, I'm gonna tighten that up. Let me bring this one in. If you're just using a ratchet, you can use a 10mm ratchet, a 1/4" drive ratchet, and you're just gonna go tighten till it stops and a little bit more. That's it, because you can't break it or strip it out, so don't do that. All right, let's get the others done, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, check it out. Now we're ready for the big GMC front bump. You know, it's funny, when you see this thing coming down the street, you're like, man, that's a bulky looking truck, man. That thing looks solid. All right, what you want to do is carefully, guys, bring your bumper assembly up. Now, up here, you want to make sure, make sure the thing is around them headlights on both sides. And right here, you want to make sure this goes into there. Like that. Pop that into place. Let's go to the other side. Make sure this is out of the way. Don't force this, guys. Just make sure this thing popped into place. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It looks like it's brand new. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do, we got our fog lights. Let's reach in there. Got our plug. Plug them up. Okay, perfect. Now what we're gonna do, guys, you got this little panel right here, this little, whatever you want to call it, trim. Remember the clips over here on the opposite side. Just line those clips up into place. Push them right into place. Good. Next thing you want to do, grab your 7mm bolt, and where are we? It's gonna go right here, guys, right there. Okay, so grab my 7mm and tighten that up. All right, let me go do the other side, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do is get our fender well cover, bring this back into place. Okay, and we have our 5 T20 screws. Put them back into place. Okay, then get your T20 bit on your gun, and we're going to go and tighten them up. Alright, let's get those done, and then we're going to do the ones on the other side, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're going to put these bolts at the bottom. Remember guys, on the other side over here, they had a 10mm bolt and it was all messed up. They actually had a nut and a bolt with some washers holding one side up. So we're going to have to put that back, but that is not supposed to be the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the 2 T20 screws, one right there and one right over here. And then right here it's supposed to be the 10, well, it's not supposed to be, they do have it that way, the 10mm. So let's go ahead and tighten that up, and then switch over to our T20 bit. Forget it, and I had to use an extension with that. And let's get those two tightened up. And this one over here. Alright, let me get the other side done, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is we've got our 6 T20 screws. They go around the top of our bumper. Here. And at the end. Alright, so take your T20 bit, and if you're using, guys, get used to using this thing, man. And that's all you're going to have to do. Just bring it in until you feel it stopped. Just like that, guys. It's so easy. Alright, let's get the others tightened up, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, the coup de grace, the last piece. Set this piece up into place. Got our bunch of clips, and the only thing you have to do, guys, is take a clip, push it in. You actually go around, guys, before you do that, get all of them in there, so make sure it's lined up. And one more right over here. Okay, now you got them all lined up. That's all you can do is take that center pin and pop it in. Go around, take the center pin, and just pop them in. All right, let's get the rest of them done, and we'll be right back.
Alright, so today we had a 2011 GMC Acadia.
Acadia.
Okay. Acadia, and we showed you how to replace the cooling fans. If you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email, I don't know why he's laughing.
Yeah.
Or you can email Timmy at tim@astroautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. They have no idea why I just did that. This is Sylvia from Astro Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.